Okay, day 212, I believe. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to make a video for a contest for Business Video School. I may post it, may not. So let's just go on through it. And you're going to see everything before it's edited. So this is going to be a raw video. And what I'm going to be talking about is, like kind of the market kind of thing, an intro video. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the MLS and we'll just go through and see what we can do here. So let me just get this up here, and then I'll start my little video portion. So as far as the other stuff done, worked out already today. It really wasn't a workout. It's just a little bit of stuff on the, not on, with the, what do you call those things? The kettlebell. I'm having so many senior moments lately, man. Okay, so let me go ahead. Just gonna look into the souls for this month. And boom. I'm just gonna do Southern Nevada, and let me open this one here up. Oh, come on, come on. Stop having senior moments. Okay, now I can do this. I'm sure, unless you've been living in a cave or something lately, the silence, I hate little alerts going off. Give me a second here. I'm sure, unless you've been living in a cave lately, you've realized that the market has changed. It's almost like we hit a wall. Well, right now, a lot of buyers are sitting on the sidelines, and that's actually creating what we used to call on staff when I was back at Hickam, a self-licking ice cream cone. And they're sitting there hoping that prices will fall really soon, and they're going to be able to buy a house for 20-30% off, $100,000 off. Well, that's nothing more than rental porn. So stand by, and we're going to start talking about what's going on in the market, and let's see what we can get done here and get the housing market back on track. Okay, this is where I normally put like a little hook thing. So if you haven't met me before, my name is Eric. I'm a real estate agent here in the Las Vegas area, and every single day, great folks like you are reaching out to me to help them with their housing needs, whether it's buying a house, selling a house, or investing in real estate. Yes, it is still a good time to invest in real estate, and they do this by text, email, or calling me directly on the phone. And if you need any help, go ahead and pick up that phone, start texting, calling, or you can just go ahead and email, and we will get back to you as soon as possible and help you out. Okay, so now I'll start going into it, and I'll just start going into some statistics, okay? Okay, so now you have to start wondering, what in the world is going on? The market is just in turmoil, and it seems to be regional, because I know for a fact on the East Coast, things are still doing well. In the Rust Belt, things are still doing well. In Florida, it's slowed down a little bit, and in California, it's according to what county you're in. I have a friend in Los Angeles County who's saying that he does see a slowdown. He has the lowest number of transactions he's had in his 11 years in real estate, while just over in Los Angeles County. Okay, let me start that one over. So in California, things are mixed. I have a friend in Orange County who says that the number of transactions he has is down to the lowest number he's had in quite a while. While over in LA County, just over the road there, I have an agent saying things have never been better. Who knows? It could be either way, because who knows? It could be either way. I've noticed that people, as the kids say now, are starting to cap. They're capping because I see this all the time. Even in my market, where I know things have slowed down, I'll run across agents who claim they're having the time of their lives. And yet I'm seeing things like them lowering the price of the houses they have listed over and over again because they're not selling. So let's get into what's going on and see how you as a buyer can take advantage of this and save yourself some money. So first of all, let's see where the market is right now. I'm going to pause there and I'm going to take a quick look at what the market stats show me. Okay, before we get too deep into breaking everything down, let's just start talking about the overall market here in Southern Nevada and see where we are now compared to a month ago. So fortunately, as the recording of this, we are at the end of the month, which means I have some good data that I can work with. So right now, the median price of homes, everything, is $425,000. The list price was $427,000, which means we are no longer in a situation where you're paying $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 over. So you're in a good position now. Whereas the average price of all homes is $477,351. And guess what? The average list price was $482,952. Now, from what I see here, median days on market was 11, average was 18. That's telling me, based on what I've seen over the past few months, houses are spending about twice as much time on market. And yet prices are starting to come down, which they have started to come down for the first time in 2 years. So at this point, some buyers are going, well, this proves it. I need to start sitting back and not worrying about it. Well, let's see. Okay, so let me print these out. I'm going to start with condos and townhomes. Turn off. I need you off. Okay. To start off with, I need to be staring when I do this. To start off with, I'm going to look at condos and townhomes. And the reason I haven't broken them out is because the statistics that the board uses pushes them together. So in order to be able to compare against their numbers, even though I can pull these numbers myself, I just wanted to go ahead and show you kind of what's going on right now. So the median price for all condos and townhomes is $270,000. When you compare that against last year, and I said last year, holy crap, that can't be right. It can't be that low. Did I forget something? I'm gonna have to do this again because I'm not believing these numbers. Holy crap, it is. Okay, damn. I have to do this condo thing over again. These numbers kind of shocked me. Whoops. And I shouldn't have done that. Bring this back over. Bring it over here. Okay, let's talk about condos and townhomes. Well, I smashed the condos and townhomes together. That's because the local MLS, when they do their stats, they put them together. This way we can kind of see what's going on and compare those against the official stats from last month. So right now, the median price of homes as of the close of this month is $270,000. When you compare that against last month, it was $290,000, down $20,000. And the median list price was $275,000, which means people over the last month of closings, so people over the last month of closings have been paying $5,000 under the median list price. That's unusual, because if you look over the last 2 years, they've been paying more. Now, when you look at the average, it's $281,178, which is, again, under the average list price of $282,748. Again, hold on, let's go here. And that is down from last month, where the average was $296,357. Well, what's causing all of this? Well, everyone is starting to push their homes on the market right now, and what we've been wishing for 2 straight years is finally happening. But it's having an opposite but it's having an opposite effect of what people said that they want. Now, as more come on the market, the buyers are now sitting back saying, now that there's more, I can take my time, which is true. But it's then causing the sellers to become nervous, and they put more houses on the market, which is actually just creating, like I was talking about, that self-licking ice cream cone. So it's actually just pushing house prices down, because more and more buyers are sitting on the fence. Some of it has to do with interest, but a lot of it has to do with buyers waiting for the prices to come down, and they are creating that issue. There can be some long-term implications from this. Okay, let's go in. Let's look at just single-family houses. A lot closed this weekend, end of the month, I guess. Now, next we look at single family houses, which is where a lot of people want to be at. So you look, the number that sold was 2,009. You compare that against last month, where it was 2,668. The median price, oh my goodness, it's starting to get ridiculous. $465,000 compared to $480 last month. So a $15,000 drop. $15,000. Now let's compare that against the averages. So the average was $546,312 compared to last month of $592,927. This is monumental, not only because of the drop, but because the median price, again, is $5,000 under what the median list price was. So buyers are no longer willing to pay over. And I'm going to tell you a tale real quick. I have this buyer, and we put an offer in on a place, and the agent dilly-dallied a bit because they were trying to vet everything. Well, by the time they vetted everything, with so many houses coming on the market, my buyers just found the next house. Then this one, the seller they wanted to wait a week until they made a decision. Wow, so 2 days in, my buyers found another house, put an offer in on it. Then the agent comes back, they're ready to make their offer right now. Oh. Then the agent comes back, they're ready to set their offer right now. Is your, no, that's wrong. Then the agent comes back and says the seller is ready to make their decision right now. Is your client still interested? I'm like, maybe, maybe not. So we go ahead and we put in that full offer on the other house, just to see what happens. And we call them up and go, these guys, they want to look at this other house, or at least they have an offer in on another house. It hasn't been accepted, and it could be accepted this morning, and I've been given a deadline of XYZ o'clock. Well, guess what? I got an answer within an hour. Fully accepted offer. That's because they moved quickly. And then now, we've already had the inspection. Escrow money has been paid. We're ready to go. It's because they didn't dilly-dally. So, as a buyer, you do have more choice. On top of having more choice, you can do things now that you could not do in the past. In the past, you had to pay $20,000, $30,000, $60,000 over. I closed right before this happened with the seller. I represented the seller, and we got $60,000 over their price. Now, you can't get that. The buyers aren't standing for that anymore. You have got to come correct with all of your offers. We are in a different era. We cannot do this. We cannot do this as sellers. You've got to set your price right to begin with, because let's see where your contemporaries are right now. So let's look at these numbers. Over the last 7 days, 1,192 homes came on the market total. During that same period, there were 1,861 price decreases. Price came down. You notice the number? There were more price decreases than there were homes that came on the market. On top of that, 700 homes sold. So let's look at these numbers. Almost half as many homes sold as came on the market. For 2 straight years, we had more homes sell than came on the market. Now we have more homes come on the market than selling. This has caused our inventory to triple over the last 2 months. And as far as these buyers go, the 700, almost 35% of them are now cash buyers. And the cash buyers are pushing down the prices, along with the sellers who are coming to a realization they're not going to get 60,000 over. They're pushing down their prices, which is actually causing the buyers to sit on the fence. So you're a buyer. What do? Believe it or not, this may be the right time, because at some point, someone will figure out that we are in a weak seller's market. So technically in a weak seller's market, things are supposed to go either sideways or still continue to go up at a slow pace. It's because of the way people feel right now that's causing this. And there are some issues that are long-term. So again, in theory, it's supposed to continue to go up, but it's not. Here are the long-term issues. One of the reasons the housing prices are driven up was because of lack of inventory. And it wasn't just people not listing their houses. We are actually over 5 million houses short of where we're supposed to be right now. And now the problem is about to get even worse. All of the builders are now pulling back and have stopped building houses, which means you cannot build yourself out of a glut, which means you cannot build yourself out of a deficit if no one's building houses. So just because you're getting a slight bargain today of, a few $1,000s off, because it's probably going to stabilize really soon here. In the future, prices are going to be so much higher, because they will come back to a realization that we have a shortage of houses. So now is the time, as a buyer, you need to start looking to get in. And it's not only that, interest rates have come down for the first time in the last couple of months. And to add to that, for the first time in a couple of years, sellers are willing to give closing costs. So now you can walk into a house with no closing cost, not pay 60,000 over, and have that appreciating asset, and you're not making your landlord rich. Because the one thing that has not changed is the rents are still going up. So you may sit back and say, oh, I'm just going to wait a little bit. You're going to wait while your rents go up. Really? Okay, it's a good one. So what I'm telling you is, even though rates, so what I'm telling you, even though the prices have come down a little bit because of the change in perception, they're going to start going to the side really soon, and then may go up slightly. But over the next few years, it's going to go up even more, because we do still have a deficit in housing. And with home builders not building houses anymore, it's going to be worse. And you know what the worst thing is? If you're not looking at the rest of the videos that I have for you on my channel. So go ahead and look at the next video here, and it goes deeper into what you can do in today's housing market. And like I said before, if you need any help, just reach out to us by phone, text, or email, and we'll get right back to you. And if you think I've given you a little bit of value today, go ahead and boop that like button and hit that subscribe button, okay?